So I am doing a kind of an alternative timeline to the one we did last week, because we did realize that thanks to Finland being our puppet, and Finland and Soviets having a event for basically the Winter War event, forcing peace between them, or not necessarily forcing, but the AI will always choose the peace, essentially. So let's actually close that for a little bit. So I've decided to go back to this render of, or when Italy is rendered, and I decided to annex all the vassals, all puppets, and then go from there. And again, I did take a little bit of the lands that the USA controlled down here, and took that for myself. I gave this Sardinia again to France, and the southern Libya to UK. Everything else of Italy I kept for myself, and then of course, yeah, all the puppets and all that. So I had to do like about a year and a half of extra. Actually, no, it's more than that. The war ended in 1944, so close to 3 years of extra, or was it? Well, anyway, a lot of extra playthrough during the week. But I have now reached, again, the first month of the war is done. We started on the same day as last time, so it should be fine. I have added in an extra army, though. It's the Mastane's army here in the northern Finland, and Ansang's taking care of the southern Finland, and we've got the other armies, mostly the same, like Mas, Halfman, Pietja. Cat's army is still rather small, but we're building it that up on. Italy's surrender on 2nd of May 1944. That does track, yeah. So, pretty much exactly 3 years of skipping. And then Dendrasi and myself, and then of course we got Taz and Alexander's armies here in the Caucasus. We've done a little bit advancing already, but we'll have set up some kind of initial targets. And we've met them in some places, like near Rostov, we've got a little bit through there, or on the other side. Then over here, Alberto's army has reached the initial goal here, but we might push further in. And there's Moscow, so we're not all that far away. And we've still got a little bit advancing to do in a lot of the other areas. But anyway, if we have a look at the stuff, so we are next to Leningrad already. We got a little bit of a gap over here. For how long, I'm not entirely sure. There's a decent bit of enemy troops in here still. And, ooh, actually, we're already attacking down here, aren't we? We are. Are we attacking into Kolm? We are, but I don't think that attack is necessarily going to go all that well. I mean, I suppose I could send in the infantry to support in there. And then maybe from here I can take a tank and another infantry to start attacking forward. And let's see, over here we are under attack. Oh, right, you're actually supporting that. Oh, yeah, hold on, is that? That is down here, so it's, two of these divisions are already pretty rough situated. Like, overall, we're still doing pretty good. And now, since we don't have any puppets, we actually have a bit more manpower income. But of course, we also have a lot more manpower tied up in, like, Scandinavia and, well, the Nordics in general, a little bit in Baltics, and Italy has a little bit of troops as well. So, yeah, we got a lot of things that we've done. We've advanced a little bit down here. We are... Oh, right, I remember now. So basically we've been moving a lot of the troops into the front between us and Stalingrad, which is right there. We are currently 264 kilometers away. We're getting closer. Also, I got some infantry in here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread them out a little bit. So we'll send one there, maybe one over here, another one over there. And the last one could maybe go there, and then this division can start moving out. Like, those are not necessarily all that quick units, but it's still going to help a little bit. And you are already pushing there. You're pushing there. You're going to go there. Oh, right, and there's a lot of headquarters that need to be moved, I guess. That's what you get when you advance. Actually, how far did we advance? Let's say this province all the way to the Dentrasis area here. So, about 800 kilometers in 1 month. At least on the longest distance here. There's not a lot of Soviet troops being occupied in the Caucasus up to Stalingrad could first. I mean, kind of. It's gonna allow us to move a little bit. Oh, actually, I can take that one. But yeah, it's kind of good, but at the same time, like, that means that there will be a lot of fighting in Stalingrad, and our lines are already quite thin. Army is wedged between Moscow and Stalingrad, so your troops won't end there either. Yes, I'll aim for Omsk. I mean, actually what I was thinking is, like, I'll be having my army around here, like, towards Stalingrad, more or less. Then Trust is gonna be kind of a link between my army and Alberza's army. Then Alberza's army is gonna try to kind of cut off Moscow from the east. While Kat and Petya are going to try to take Moscow itself, and then Hauptmann is going to be cutting off Moscow from the north, as well as together with Mas pushing towards Arkhangelsk, and then of course Ansang, well, Mas and Ansang are going to take Leningrad and then start pushing east. Mastani is going to mostly just cut off Murmansk and then slowly work inwards. It's going to take a long while. Anyway, I suppose there are still troops over here that I need to move. You're gonna go there, so these two can easily move. Ooh. Where's this corps? Okay, that corps is moving. I should probably move more of these troops, quite frankly. We're getting 135 manpower per month, so we're actually getting more manpower than what we were with the puppets. So I'm not complaining about that one. Now over here we do have some troops that could start attacking across the straits. We got heavy AT, so that's not too bad. Alright, that's getting the motorcycle recon, but is the motorcycle recon actually being worked on right now? No, it is not. So I guess there's no risk sending in the divisions across the waters there, and then we can also start sending in some... Hold on a minute, close air support, this one... We got naval strikes ongoing, but I think it's time for you to do some ground attack there. Does reverse fracture into supplies movement, so moving along? No, I don't think the reverse actually do anything. It's mostly just the infrastructure in HoI3. Important technologies, yeah, true. But like reverse itself doesn't affect the supplies, in which case, or in that regard at least, like the HoI4 supply system is a bit more flexible, let's just say. We're already attacking over here. We should be able to break through that. Ooh. You know what? It'll give support attack in there. The other one is going to advance further north. This is part of Piet's corps. Going to Kaluga. And then over here we got some infantry, or some troops being attacked. Is that's not being attacked right now. We got some troops moving in there. I believe we had some troops down. Yeah, these are under attack. Some of which are having a bit of problems, to say the least. We do have an infantry division over here, light infantry to be precise. Could maybe move that there. And over here we got two that are, like, the front towards Novgorod has been having some rough times, let's just say. Let's actually unpause for today. Otherwise we're just going to be staring here for all to the map without progressing at all. I suppose allied objectives don't really matter anymore. I'm just going to disable those so we can see the bombings. Ah, we're bombing Leningrad. Oh right, yeah, I sent the rockets to some damage in there, I guess. Also, we're losing some convoys ourselves, which is not great. Supplies can be convoyed up nearer to the front there. Well, I mean, it would have to be from... What's the problem of staring at maps? Well, we need to have some things actually progressing on the map is the problem. Not just staring at the map is the problem. Well, that's not really the problem. So how's it going, Mastani? I don't know if you were here to hear it, but you have your own army now. You're in charge of the northern Finland, and your task is to kind of cut off the Murmansk railway. It's a bit harder task than one might hope right now. Oh right, yeah, we're trying to break through Annapa. We've got 3 infantry divisions. We've got definitely the piercing attack to get through there. The problem is that our attack modifiers are quite small. Ooh, where is this? Down here. Oh, right, okay. Well, the rest of those can hold. This one needs to pull back. You can move in. You can move in there. I might actually move this in here. Now, I do have some of Dentras's troops over here that can be moved towards the front. Actually, hold on. Are these actually... No, these are Alberto's troops. Okay, well in that case they are going to move down to Yelets, I think, and start pushing further north to Tula, and then start going east, or northeast. Got it last turn. Okay, good. Right, oh. Okay, we broke that, and yeah, we have a lot of convoys being sank down here. I mean, it's not really important convoys, mind you, but it's a bit annoying. Nonetheless, I mean, we're losing a little bit of unity thanks to them. Or because of that. But we are under attack there. Let's actually have a look at the combats that we have. So this one is a bit rough, but I think we'll survive. This is one of our attacks, but the 37th Division needs to hold their attack. It's not going to get through, unfortunately. I mean, I suppose this one could attack instead, to keep the fight going, and then if we could just get a little bit of bombardment going in there, then that could probably salvage the situation. Unfortunately, it looks like our bombers are in a bit of a rough situation. Let's do a little bit of attacks there. I'm going to switch to the defensive just in case. Right, so we were going through the attacks into Andropol. Ooh. The 9th Mechanized Division, is it from here? No, it's from here. Okay, so that one needs to stop attacking and maybe even pull back from the combat entirely. So that's not going to get stacked by. Then Demidov. I think that's going to be going alright. Holm? Slowly attacking there. I think we might be able to break through there. Lushino? That's definitely going to fall to us. This, I think we'll hold that one, Gdel. I think it's fine for now anyway. It's not so it's not getting the Great Patriotic War events, both good and bad. We don't get the scripted Start of War boost, but Soviets will get their own scripted boost. Yeah, I suppose it's both good and bad indeed. Like, we don't get the various unity losses for them thanks to them losing cities, but at the same time they don't get the boost for producing units faster and that sort of things. Right, so is this... Ooh, yeah, that's going to need some help. Luckily we've got some help underway, and part of Mastani's army over here is... Well, that division will hold for now. Then, oh, right, yeah, we're trying to attack through here. I think Taz's army will give a bit of a help there. Ooh, these troops are not necessarily all that good right now, but I suppose we can shuffle around some of these. I mean, there's a fair bit of attrition that we've taken in these combats for sure. We're already going in there. Do we have enough troops to start attacking that? I mean, I'm pretty sure that a lot of them will just kind of flip to elsewhere already, so what we're going to do is probably that one. Maybe give it another one to give it at least support attack down there. Let's have a look how many are actually going to stay in there. There's currently 6 divisions. Are they actually all going to stay there? Maybe if that's the case, then that's going to delay the enemies a little bit. Also, how's the situation down here? So we have started moving in a little bit down that way. Go down there. Yeah, we're not Germany, so we wouldn't get the blitzkrieg bonuses and that sort of stuff, of course. Right. We've got a bit more troops. Are these? Oh, yeah, these are Dentras's armies. And then over here, I believe these are Dentras's as well. Yeah. So I think, you know what, we'll take these to the northern area. And then these will be in a little bit in the south. This is also Dentras's, so this will start pushing a bit further east. Trying to kind of cover my northern flank. That is to say, my army's northern flank. There's a bit of air combat in there. Okay, now they decided to take most of them out. Ah, jet engine advance. Right, that's just one thing that I didn't get this time yet. I mean, we're going to be building the jet fighters, but just not very quickly. So we're a little bit behind in the jet techs compared to the previous attempt. Well, you know, we do have one extra thing at our sleeves. We're actually getting the nuclear weapons researched, well, at least the first level's researched by mid-August or so. Okay, so 2 of these are attacking. I think we'll be able to get through there. We'll look at the combats again, because there is some combats that are quite precarious. We kind of need to babysit a lot of these divisions, and since there's so many... Ooh. Valleys, hold on a minute. So it's these divisions. Now that one can probably stop. We'll step down for a little bit. We do have... Ooh, well, actually that infantry division might not be in shape to attack. Luckily, I think Allies holding on German cores, so can't randomly form them as a part. But yeah, I hold all the German cores. Well, I mean, technically speaking, Germany might have cores over here. Yeah, they do have cores over there, but I don't think they can use those. Doing anything in that regard. The calm is fine, especially the attacks are something that I do need to keep an eye on, but also the defenses in certain places. Gonna quickly triple check these battles before we continue any further. Okay, I think right now we are fine. Now once we get Akatal, we're gonna start attacking. Oh, actually. Oh, we got a bit of air combat down here. Good thing that we got some interceptors in here to give a bit of support at least. Maybe we can break through there. So Kudov, do we have another division that we could send in there? Looks like I could send in one of the mechanized. That might be good enough. Ooh. We suffered 21,000 casualties. At least we've won that. And then we are under attack over here already. Oh, that's 2 mechanized divisions with plenty of piercing. We do not have enough piercing, so we might have to pull back from there. Although, is that... So Surovov and Chistra. So these two are attacking. What I could do, maybe, is attack with these two. To kind of... get a little bit closer, and of course you could probably attack as well. Not entirely sure if you are in a shape to support, but you'll have to. Just so that we can, you know, kind of keep on pushing the enemy. If we don't give them a chance to kind of regroup, then we should be fine. So Antrepol is... yeah, it's on the Hauptmann's army sector, more or less. Right. Do we have... oh yeah, no, those need rest. So that's holding. Air combat in Novgorod. We got plenty of fighters. We've lost quite a few air units already in this war, unfortunately, but what can you do? It's just a lot of combat. Ah, okay, so there's yeah, Guards Mechanized Regiment or Division attacking here. Oh, right, and that was next to Bryansk. How is this? Ooh, that light tank division needs to pull back very soon. How about we send in a tank division there? And then this one... Can we give a support attack over there to break that one quicker? I mean, I suppose I could. Looks like our light tanks over here are having a bit of a hard time. Yeah, getting some defensive victories over here at least. That is nice. How is this... defense? It's down to 60% strength, but there's only one division attacking now. I think we'll be doing fine. Yeah, I mean the replacements don't take all that much, but it's actually the practicals don't really matter to the reinforcing of things. It's just building the new units. But like the reinforcements, we got plenty of IC, we got plenty of manpower, so that's just a matter of time replacing everything. And it doesn't take all that much time, in all fairness. Right, so we've got a little bit of bombardment down here. That is still pushing forward. We got the infantry moving in. Let's go ahead and have you push forward. We might be able to reach pretty far towards Stalingrad, actually, without being interrupted. Right, are these part of Dentras's core? Yeah. Are these part of... that's part of mine, that's part of Dentras's. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start sending up some infantry down to this gap here. And then the remaining 3, I think I'll send down here. To start providing some defenses to the flank there. So how... yeah, that's more convoys being sunk. How are we doing on this combat here? Still taking a lot of damage, for sure. But I think we might be able to break through there. Actually, one thing that I could do... actually, not those. We do have the carrier already in here. But the carrier is actually quite damaged. I'm just going to bring that one back. We got a group over here, but that cruiser needs some repairs. We sank a lot of things in here, but they still do have the battleship in there. The infrastructure highways are started on. It's just we got about 500 extra IC worth of production right now. So it's going to take a while before we're done with all of that. But like, yeah, I am taking care of it. Oh crap. Where's Regita again? So we got 1 versus 5 right now, defense. And we've already had 2 of the units there shatter. That ain't great, admittedly. So I believe it's the light tanks that got shattered in there. Yeah, I'm just gonna get into Vitebsk. HoI3 will do. Also, hey cat, how's it going? Right, and then this one's part of Mus's army. Just gonna send that up to the north. Are we breaking through this combat here? Oh, we just did. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and send another division here. They are sending a lot more into that combat already. Maybe I could send in... Actually, can you? No. You can't go through there, so you need to go around a little bit, but that's actually fine. Ooh, 101st Division needs to pull back. Do we have... No, we don't really have a lot of extras here, do we? We could maybe move some of these in. Help in that one. Are we breaking through this one? Barely. So yeah, we're starting to enter the kind of difficult portion of the war right now when we won't be able to break through most of the things all that easily anymore. I wonder, if we put them into Smolensk, of course they'll probably need a lot of fuel, don't they? A little bit, it's actually not that much. But we can then do strikes on Moscow itself from Smolensk with these. Right, so these are resting, that's doing fine. That's doing okay. How's the combat in the north? Did we already win that? No, not yet. Well, it looks like it's going fine. We've still got... Yeah, it's still over 60% strength. Just about. Right, another air combat in Novgorod. That seems to be going mostly fine, though. Oh, and there we go. We've won the combat here. Now dig in. If you can. Probably just a matter of time when they bring in more troops, to be fair. Okay, so they are already bringing some of the units in here. Are we breaking through that one? Not really. We need to have more planes doing bombardment there, I reckon. Oh, you are already doing the attacks into... Oh, no, you were doing attacks on Kerch. Okay, well, let's switch you to do some strikes here as well. And that might start breaking the enemy a little bit more. Okay, Arctic. Oh, right, that is the province in here. Some of those are attacking... How bad of a counterattack? Oh no, it's just cavalry division. Okay, that's not too bad then. I'm gonna leave one of these units, I'd say one of the motorized divisions in here. The other 3 can start attacking there. Taking 2 from here, so Alexander's army is gonna start cutting off the kind of southern portion, or running into the, or, well, not into the, but the shores of Caspian Sea. And then, okay, that's just the headquarters there. How's that defense going? It's going alright. Okay, so Anapa, now that we've got another division in there, it's probably still not enough. Let's send in one of the Meganat divisions there. Okay, one Bellow, Arctic, and... Oh, right. They decided to just give up on that combat. Well, I mean, I'll take it. Send a couple of mountaineers there as well. And then we are... Yeah, once we've taken that, we can start pushing forward. Like, if we could get... Tbilisi, or Tbilisi, I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that. Probably not that way anyway. We got the carrier upgrade, so that's now fleet carrier level 2. We need to have fleet carrier level 4 to get some of the bonuses. So thus we are just researching everything. And we got, well, we got a decent bit of research ongoing already. Probably don't need to put them to the top. I mean, we'll get to them soon enough. Sure that there's plenty of things that are going to be completed very soon that are not going to be needed again anytime in the near future. Because I could actually move in there just to keep the front moving a little bit. Although, do I have more of my troops in here? These are part of my troops. Well, let's just send you to Rostov. We need some more troops to guard the border, and that is also mine. You go down there. This, okay, this is Dentrasis. Oh, where? Oh, this is part of Alberto's army. That's part of Dentrasis, okay. How about we move you up north a little bit then? Also, this corps should probably move a little bit closer. Just saying. I probably need to go through these core commanders, though, or cores in general, for a little bit. So this is part of Albertus as well. We got a few of these divisions on here already, so let's move into the front line. If we could start cutting off these, like they are now moving along the front line, trying to get probably down here somewhere. I need to kind of cut them off if possible, although that might be easier said than, easier said than done, but there's a Guards tank division there. Okay, Churn. We did just win, hold on a minute. Where's Churn again?